Hello, hi, this is Ray Lopez, Keller Williams here in beautiful Orlando, Florida. Well, for me, this is a special day. This is us talking about the market, how we finished the market last month here in Orlando, and what's going to happen in 2023. So do me a favor, before we even get started, let's talk a little bit about what happened in the year of 2022. We actually started out in a white hot seller's market. And when I say white hot, here in Orlando, as in much of the country, we had a lot of people that were, when they listed their house, they had multiple offers in the first couple of hours. I think our record for our team is we had 54 offers on one house. And that's the way it was. And interest rates were right around that 3%. And that's how we started the year. Okay, buyers were having a really, really tough go of it. As March came, the Fed started raising the rates. And we ended up in October and November. Most of those months were in that mortgage rate right around 7%, guys. So think about it. Beginning of the year at 3%, by October, November, we got all the way up to 7%. And that was really reflected in our November and December months. So let's talk about December. How did we end the year? We ended the year up in inventory to the tune of about 6,500 homes. Okay. I say up. We got down at the beginning of the year right around 2,300 in crisis mode for inventory. Remember, guys, 10,000 homes for Orlando is a pretty normal year. So even at 6,500, 6,700 where we're at now, we're still in the seller's market. But the difference is with interest rates being where they're at now, and the good news is interest rates have fallen for 2 months straight. We're in that low sixes right now. And the Mortgage Banker Association says we should probably be in the fives here in the next couple of months. And with us fighting inflation the way we are, inflation starting to come down, it looks very good that we're going to be in the fives. So December ended up with about 2,220 home sales. And if you look back in December of 2018, guess what? We ended up with about the same amount of sales in December. So we're looking at a very similar type market, but with higher interest rates, which is very encouraging. If you're a buyer right now, good news is interest rates will probably be back in the fives. We're in the low sixes right now. We can actually find houses. You can put offers in on them. You can end up actually getting some seller concessions. You can get the repairs paid for. You can actually be a buyer and feel comfortable buying the house that you want to buy. So how does 2023 look? Well, like I just mentioned, we're probably going to be in the 5% interest rate range here in the not so distant future. And what that's going to do is that's going to promote buyer confidence. Guys, this is the way everything works in the mortgage world. When there are bad things that happen, it's good for mortgage rates. And what I mean by that is if you look back in the last few years, when Brexit happened, interest rates dropped. When China devalued their yen, interest rates dropped. 9/11, interest rates dropped. COVID, wow, the ultimate rate cut, right? We got under 3%. Well, guys, whether we see 3% in our lifetimes ever again, we can't focus on that. If we're in the fives, buyers feel comfortable in the fives, and we should have a pretty normal year. So here I am talking about the year of 2023. I see a very positive outlook. But when I opened our local paper today, it really painted a grim picture of the market. So what I will tell you about the market will do what the market's going to do. But ultimately, as long as we know that people will always buy and sell, we will always have a market. And luckily enough, we happen to live in Orlando, Florida, so good for us. So if you like what you've heard today, remember to like, subscribe, and tell everybody that what we talk about is the truth in the market versus all the different things out there that you're going to hear. These are live stats. You're going to see those here in a second. Stephen will post those for us so you can follow along. But ultimately, guys, remember, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next month. Thank you.